Someone who is visiting an adult website will be redirected to some service and can put in personal information, either linking it to their social media accounts or to their credit card or to their credit agency or some trusted third party who will then respond to the adult site saying, yes, the person who's trying to access this site is over the age of 18. It's a very weak mechanism. Any teenager who knows one of their parents' passwords for a bank or for their credit card, or can get a hold of other information like that, can replay those credentials, can forge these credentials to prove that they are over 18 and then browse as much porn as they want.
Damn! You look confused, boy!
Well, here we go again. Another state, another Republican who is trying to push age verification onto the internet, which is a violation of the Constitution, which is basically Louisiana is finding out right now that there are lawsuits coming. And basically what it is, and you know, we said this before, and I've shown videos of this before. They're trying to out people. This is what they're doing. They're trying to out people to say, like, yeah, Johnny on the corner watches porn. That's what they're trying to do. Or he watches gay porn, or he watches this, that.
I have to sign, as a subscriber, I would have to sign a card that says, yes, I am Ms. Bird, and I watch Channel 35, and I want it unscrambled from the hours of 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
That was the second part of it. See, it wasn't just the scrambling that would put us off the air. It's the fact that people had to request this channel to be put on the air.
Well, so what's wrong with that?
Because you come out of the closet. You lose your chances of first-time viewers.
Confidentiality was never there. Time Warner's not confidential with their lists.
They want to know what you watch. It's none of the government's business of what we're watching. Okay, unless it violates a major law, like, for example, cheese pizza. If it violates that, of course, you deserve to get arrested. But if I'm watching anime, hentai, if I'm watching pornography off of Pornhub or X video, it's none of your freaking business. You know, if you want to know what I'm watching, no, it's none of your business. None of your business at all. But before we get into this story, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share. Thank you for those tuning in. We're on our way to 700. Hopefully we get there before the end of February. So once again, hit that subscription button, hit that flame, hit that like on all of our social media platforms. We do really, truly appreciate it. From XBiz, Republicans introduce age verification bill in Arkansas. 2 Republican state senators in Arkansas has introduced a bill that was last week requiring age verification before entering a website offering pornography. Senate Bill 66, which proposes a protection of minors from distribution of harmful material act, is sponsored by Senator Tyler Deeds, which is Solomon Springs, Republican from Solomon Springs, and Senator Jim Petty, Republican from Van Buren. The proposed legislation is a copycat version of Louisiana's Act 440, a new law championed by a religious anti-porn activist Republican legislator. According to NBC affiliate CARC, the proposed bill will require a digitalization identification card that proves that anyone from Arkansas trying to enter a pornographic website is over 18. The bill also claims that pornography is creating a public health crisis, contributes to hypersexualization of minors, CARC reported. The bill includes the senator's definition of what kind of material would constitute pornography and mandates that any website with over 23.3% of its material meeting the Pornographic Distribution Institute's age verification. Does this mean HBO? Does this mean also a lot of others that have movies that are just a bit above R on their services, there are movies of that nature. We used to call them Skinamax back in the day because they were on Cinemax. What do they deem? See, this is the problem. They're trying to deem it, but they mean a lot of stuff. They mean a lot of stuff that they disagree with, because it's always the radical religious right that's always doing this. Senator Penny is also promoting Senate Bill 43 that would outlaw drag performances in front of children under 18. Today, Petty told Arkansas State that children are worth preserving their innocence. SB 43 would criminalize anyone who sings, lip syncs, dances, or otherwise performs before an audience of at least two persons for entertainment, while exhibiting a gender identity that is different from the performer's gender assigned at birth, using clothing, makeup, or other accessories that are traditionally worn by members of and are meant to exaggerate the gender identity of the performer's opposite sex and intended to appeal to the prudent interest. As experts reported, Republicans throughout the country are seeking to outlaw all adult content by overturning the 1973 Miller's Test, differentiating the First Amendment protection of sexual material from illegal obscenity material produced to appeal a prudent interest. Now, note, and they say the 73 Miller's Test, it's not only porn that basically would be blocked if the 73 Miller's Test is overturned. Comedy, movies, your own speech. We are fighting a freedom of speech regulation. This is what is going on here. Age verification, okay? Understand this. Age verification is already covered by the federal government as far as online services. They say, well, we need to have an ID. What stops a teen under the age of 18 from grabbing someone's ID and typing it in there? See, this is the thing that they don't think these things through. This is why we have all these issues. It's not going to stop any teen from on there. And the thing about it is, they're hitting the wrong things. Now, there is a Senate bill, and we have this on another episode, that's coming through that is in the right direction. It is a Senate bill that's going to shut down TikTok, which is a major threat to children throughout the world, and it's meant to shut it down here in the U.S. Now, some people say, well, isn't that censoring that? So no, the way TikTok is being used, it's weaponized against everyone. Mental health issues have been coming forward. People have died because of this website, or they've been injured. Things have been going on that has created a mental health hazard because of this. Now, you could say this from Twitter and stuff like that, but the way TikTok has been doing it, it has been pushing it on a daily basis. Now, when they say Protection of Minors from Distribution of Harmful Material Act.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
It's not protecting minors. It's outing people. As I said before, it's outing people. Time Warner tried doing this years ago, back in the late 80s into 90s when they had they took over Manhattan Cable TV. Old friend of mine's Robin Bird, former adult star, known for Debbie Does Dallas, and another gentleman, I forget his name on there, who was part of the gay cable network, sued that basically people were forced, customers of the cable service were forced to sign a card to say, listen, I want this particular channel unblocked from the hours of 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. so I can watch adult-rated material. The gay cable channel network was really up in arms on that because that's pointing out people that back in the 80s were in the closet, and that's nobody's business whether they're straight or gay. That should be nobody's business. This is the same thing. Age verification is going to send that information somewhere and it's going to be in someone's database, and they know Johnny in the corner, like I said before, he's watching porn, or he's watching gay porn, or he's watching hentai. This is the danger. Do not let these politicians get away with this, whether it's the left, whether it's the right. This is why I am no longer on either party. Lately, there's been very few politicians that meets my criteria to getting my vote. For the reason is that basically shit like this is exact crap that the bills that they're putting out. Right now, we have a bigger issue than the porn. And the thing is that, you have people with agendas in schools that they want to teach sexuality in school, whether it's straight or gay. They want to teach young children, kindergarten, grade school. We just recently, people criticizing DeSantis, they're saying, you're not allowing black studies and stuff like that. I said, no, read the criteria. Queer theory. You have queer theory in there. Why is that in there? And the thing about it is, and as someone says, why is Black History Month dedicated to 1 month? Black, Hispanic, Asian, whether you're Chinese, Japanese, and all that, are all American. If you're Polish, you're an American if you live here. If you're German, you live here, you're American. It's American history. Now, when I was in school, and this was specifically in high school, I had classes on American history, and I also had classes on world history. I did learn about Africa. I did learn about Asia, Russia, and Europe. There are schools that do teach world history. Problem is, that's been pushed out for other agendas. Kids are not learning what they're supposed to learn. The 3 R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic. This is why our education scores are so low. We should be in the top level of education of the world. We should be, but we're not. We do have smart and bright in this country, but they're not allowed to proceed forward, due to regulation after regulation after regulation. They said, other people that can't score, they should be given a chance. I said, yeah, they should be given a chance, but they should be given a chance to get an education. Proper. They should be also taught to learn a trade. That's why I've always recommended, should be shop and home economics should be returned to schools nationwide. And fuck college. Take up a trade school. Work with your hands. Build something. Learn to be a contractor or lighting, refrigeration or car, mechanic, be a mechanic or something like nature. You don't have to be freaking on YouTube doing these YouTube videos and stuff like that, or trying to be a musician or stuff like that. Try something different. You may not have the knack toward, content creation or music or stuff like that. You might be a writer. You might be a great writer. Learn. There are many other things that, you don't have to take on to what the masses are taking on recently. We need workers to be doing things on there. This country needs to be fixed, rebuilt. What our country was before was people worked hard. Look at the old videos of the skyscrapers being built in New York City and throughout the U.S. The homes being built, the cars that were coming out of Detroit, the refrigerators, the stove, all the stuff, the clothing, sewing, all that came out. We used to be top of the heap. Not anymore. And that's because of the politicians and the corporate, the corp giants and a group of people, especially at the World Economic Forum. They're trying to tear us apart. We are the last standing true democratic republic. that stands in front of them from them gaining complete power over the world. And we need to maintain that. So if you're in Arkansas, do not let this go by. Do not, pay attention to those bills. Those of you in Louisiana, start speaking up. Because it's very important. This is going to come back. Some of these bills are going to be coming back because it violates federal law and FCC regulations. Because there are already rules on the books. And the thing about it is, when it comes to, and the last part of this before we go, it's up to the parent to monitor their child on what they're watching. See, that's the problem. The family unit has been broken. We don't have the mother-father nuclear unit in the homes anymore. Those of you who have families, that mother and father in there and children, look at what your kids are doing. Take that moment. They get thrown stuff left and right, especially if they're on TikTok. And this is why I tell you also, get rid of TikTok. That'll be a major issue out of them. I know it's cool to be on it and you can do all these things. You can do that separately on another website. Trust me on that. There are plenty other places that can do that for you. It's just that, they try to make it easy enough for you to do it on there. And this is why, like I said, you could learn some of this stuff too. So comment below. Let me know what your thoughts on this. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for tuning in, and bye-bye now.